When Karen Leonard went backpacking through Vietnam 6 years ago, she had no idea what a life-changing experience it would be, both for her and hundreds of poor Vietnamese. The Melbourne music teacher was so moved by the poverty she encountered, she persuaded her family to chip in $400 to provide the basic necessities for one family. From that fairly humble beginning, Karen Leonard's determination to help others had grown into a magnificent obsession. Lisa Whitehead reports.
Despite the winter chill outside, Karen Leonard is hoping her guests will warm to the Christmas in July theme of her annual fundraising dinner. In the spirit of Christmas, the 300 people who braved the cold tonight will be asked to give generously to those less fortunate.
Here we go! Heads!
All the money raised will go to the Lifestart Foundation, a charity established by Karen Leonard 4 years ago. It's making a difference to hundreds of lives in one of the poorest areas of Vietnam. And it's transformed Karen Leonard's life.
Simply, I've found what I want to be doing, and that's crystal clear. It's what I want to be doing with the rest of my life. So I think once you find that, the energy just comes.
For years, Karen Leonard put her energies into teaching piano at her Melbourne music school and raising her daughter Jade.
I've got rehearsals Saturday night and Sunday.
But after a visit to Vietnam 6 years ago, her life took a dramatic turn. Now she's much more than a mother and a music teacher. To many in Vietnam, she's a miracle worker.
I think that the initial reaction was one of, why would someone come so far to do something for us as strangers? But that reaction dissolved over time as they came to see he was a person who was absolutely genuine. He was a person who was absolutely committed.
For 4 months of each year, Karen Leonard works with the poor in the riverside town of Hoi An in central Vietnam.
It's very beautiful. Many tailor shops, great restaurants. So that's the part of Hoi An that a lot of people would be familiar with. However, the part that I work on is over the river, and the people's lives there are certainly a lot different.
As a Western tourist, Karen Leonard was struck by the grinding poverty. Here, TB and polio are rife. People live in cramped conditions on board tiny riverboats, and young people work on the streets selling trinkets to tourists.
I met a young boy who was selling postcards on the street. Listened to his story of his life and his family, and then through him was introduced to the other children that were selling on the street and their families. So that was sort of the start of things.